gentlemen. One more time, I'd like to welcome everyone to today's launch of Makarios Luxury Place. And I do hope that your time with us will be quite worth it. And let me start by defining the word Makarios. Every time I want to give something a name, I involve my family. So I wrote out like 4 or 5 names and asked my wife, my sons, my daughters-in-laws to take a vote. Initially, they didn't know the meaning of Makarios, but once I told them it meant abundance, increase, being fortunate, being favored. And for those of you who are Bible-based people, if you've ever read Matthew chapters 5 to 7, and you kept hearing Jesus saying, blessed are this, blessed are this, blessed are this. How many of you remember those passages? What Jesus was saying was, Makarios are these, Makarios are that. So next time you read Matthew chapter 5 to chapter 7, you are reading Makarios. So welcome to abundance. Welcome to being fortunate. Welcome to being favored. And again, even though we are trying to talk business, we cannot dissociate. We cannot dissociate from who we are. The amplified version of the Bible will say, blessed, happy, fortunate, making progress, irrespective of immediate circumstances. Makarios Luxury Place is a land totaling 83.7 acres with COO, but now 94 acres. We're still processing the COO for the other 11 we've just bought. 83.7 acres of land consolidated over a 23-year period. We were never in rush. We didn't buy it yesterday. We bought it over a 23-year period, putting it together, putting the vision together so we can build something that is a testimony. Makarios Luxury Place, as you are here today, sits on the Lekki Epe Expressway. So I would like to take you through the PowerPoint. I do hope I can get them to work, if they can help me with the slides. Okay. First of all, why did we choose to have a water display place? I've lived in the United Kingdom for 39 years. I still live there. My family is still there. My children were here with my grandchildren and my daughters-in-law. And every time we come, I want to impress my grandchildren with the need to continue to always be Nigerian. But then when we come, we're looking for a place to go in Lagos. And we don't often find. For a city of 22 to 27 million people, that is a disappointment. I believe that our vision in Makarios is therefore not to build an estate people will come and live in and just live. We wanted to build something that is a global statement. We wanted to build a place that will be the pride of you who are here today. We wanted to build a place that will make a statement. I was a reluctant visitor to Dubai. I'm not exactly a tourist. I almost don't go anywhere unless I'm going to preach. But my wife is a dedicated Dubaian. Since that guy was telling us what various towns will be called. And my first visit to Dubai, I guess it was probably, I went for a birthday, the birthday of Pastor Biono, Fatoiwo of Kosa. And I went to the Dubai Marina. I was so blown away to see what nature and technology can do, combining water and technology to make an impact. So our water display place is not a figment of imagination. You are actually sitting in our water bowl right now. So make water no carry when I go. They're sitting in our water boat. Matter of fact, it was today's launching that made us to delay the excavation of the 1.5 acres of the water bowl, which actually has thrown our project back a little bit. So instead of opening April 10 like we planned, we're going to open May 1, Labor Day, May 1. You come here May 1, Labor Day, you're going to see some serious display here. Please put your hands together and celebrate that. So the Makarios place where, as you come, just in front of our estate here, we've taken like 3 meters of the setback plus 3 meters inside, and we are creating what is known as a promenade. You'll be able to sit on concrete seating as you watch the water display. So there will be a beautiful promenade in front of this from where you can watch the water display. And if you are wondering, how about the people on the street? We are going to build a wall, because if we are putting, guess how much it is costing us? $6 million to build Makarios water, just the water place. We didn't need to do it. It doesn't make real estate sense. And having done business since I was 14, you shouldn't put $6 million in a place, but we're doing it because it is going to, number one, make a global statement. Number two, and in fact, when we invited OASE to come and do it, they said there's nothing like it in sub-Saharan Africa. The only place they've been invited in Africa to do it is Morocco, and it's the government of Morocco that is doing it. So this is going to happen, and it's happening by May the 1st. We've already marked. We had to remove all our markings. Engineer Demola Daga, please stand up so they can see. These are one of our engineers who's worked very hard. Our COO, our consultant COO is not here today. Gamal Al-Haidi, who is from Egypt, is not here today. He unavoidably had to be in Anambra State. It's more like an ejected. Video will be projected, so you came with your children, you bought ice cream from the mall, you sat at the promenade. Before you know, your children have paid us to say happy birthday. Which mommy shall we put here? Mommy Dorothy or Bata will say happy birthday, whatever your name is. You just see your name written on the water. There'll be video screen. Nigeria's independence will play the video. Lagos State is doing something major, we'll play the video. Nothing offensive. We'll play videos of musicians that are not immoral and that are not religious, but just amoral in the middle. Because we don't want to offend anyone. Makarios is for everybody. I hope I make sense. This water place. It's going to be a major statement. It's going to be very major. 1.5 acres of the most prime part of our land is what we're using, the one which faces the road. But our mind is to see that we do something that you also can be proud of. And then beyond the water display, I'd like to talk about the whole of Makarios. Like I said earlier, it is 33 hectares. 33 hectares. 8,000 square meters of just the mall alone. My good friend and brother who's here today will say that is small for a mall. Mr. Akim Oguniro is here. He's the past CEO of UPDC. Most of you who know real estate. Please let us celebrate Mr. Akim Oguniro. But 8,000 is 2 acres of a mall that will just be at the back here. And then we have 1,000 square meters of office space. When you go out of this hall, the other side is still part of the commercial. We'll show you later how Makarios is divided essentially into 2 sections, commercial and residential. And if you don't live in Makarios and they didn't invite you, you cannot enter the residential. It's going to be like a fortress. Then we have 2,250 event hall. So that if you came to Makarios to wed, You can use the water place for your background, the event hall for your reception, or the children's park, which you will see later. The next slide. Here, Makarios shows you that we're going to be having an estate. I mean, most of the time, the people who are HNIs, high network investors, want a place which they can live and they didn't have to hustle, and they have rest, they have peace of mind. So Makarios will be a place where you have peace of mind because we have parks. And I was showing some people outside. Our layout approval was pursued by a one-time commissioner for physical planning, is the one who handled it for us, and the one-time president of Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. So even where we wanted to compromise, he would say no way. So we have 1.5 acres of football field, basketball, and any other kind of sport you want to do. Then another 1/2 acre again. I'm just wondering, who will have our ball will be by. But we have so many parks in Makarios where it just means you are able to go sit down in the park and play in the park. Next slide. Makarios, like I told you, has a commercial section and a residential section. The commercial section has a major mall, which is 8,000 square meters, and we are likely to just sell the space to the people who will build the mall, or we might build it ourselves and then look for a major carrier, a major business that will now attract the others. But certainly Makarios will be a place where you can come and shop, and you can also dine. You see, Makarios has 4 things. It's a place to live, it's a place to work, it's a place to play, and it's a place to dine. So we have a grand mall still in the section that is commercial.